Hi fans of high quality entertainment. I'm here with Jinx. And we are going to entertain you. She'll do most of the entertaining. This is my list of my top 10 favorite or best Beatles solo albums. You might disagree and that's okay. This is just my own opinion, as usual. And I would love your thoughts in the comment section below on what are some of your favorite top 10, or what are your favorite top 10 Beatles solo albums, or just, some of your favorites. Behave. So number 10 for me is George Harrison's 33 and a Third. I just love that album. I think my favorite track on it is Beautiful Girl. And speaking of Beautiful Girl, Molly will be here finally tomorrow, and so you should see some videos from us on Tuesday. So stay tuned for that. Number 9. Number 9 is John Lennon, Walls and Bridges. Number 8. This one I don't think would be on most people's top 10 list. But you never know. And I'm supposedly later this year, the remastered version of this album will be released. Paul McCartney and Wings, London Town. The very first time I listened to that album, me and my friend, we both bought it, and, we thought, oh yeah, it's gonna rock and all that. It didn't rock. It was very disappointing. But, after a few listens, I really got to appreciate it, and I absolutely love the whole entire album now. Do this all day. Number 7, and I think this would be in most people's top 10 list, Ringo. A real Beatlesque album with, it's almost like a Beatles album with Ringo on vocals on all of the songs. Number 6, there's no way in heck this would have been in my top 10 list a year ago. But with the newly remastered version and me finally really listening to the album, because over the years I'd heard, it's not very good and all that, so I never really properly took the time to listen to it. And it is amazing. Paul McCartney, Red Rose Speedway. That's one of Jinx's favorite albums too. Number 5. A later album by Paul McCartney. And by the way, it was really difficult to do this list because there's other albums that I love maybe just as much as some of these, but it's just a top 10 list. Number 5, Chaos and Creation in the Backyard by Paul McCartney. Once again, the first time I listened to it, maybe the second time, it was kind of boring or whatever, and didn't think it was that good. But some albums you need to listen to a few times to really appreciate. Just like Jinx, you have to spend some time with her, and over time you get to appreciate her, sort of. Number 4, this I think would be most fans' number 1, or I think number 2 probably. Paul McCartney and Wings, Band on the Run. Number 3, which I think would be most fans' number 1 choice. And it would be my number 1, except there's 2 or 3 songs on it that I've just never gotten into. But there's other songs like Isn't It a Pity, which I think is just one of the greatest songs of all time. So, of course, the title song, All Things Must Pass, is superb too. Number 2, John Lennon, his first proper solo album, Plastic Ono Band, with the harrowing opening number. Harrowing. I've never said that in a video before. Harrowing. She's not impressed. But I remember when it came out in 1970, my brother had bought it, and listening to it, it was kind of a shock. You know, some of the lyrics and him swearing in it, and him saying, "I don't believe in Beatles." That was like, what? But it's just, I think it's a masterpiece of an album. And number 1, I think it would be in my top 10, maybe top 5, no, because the Beatles and all that, so might be in my top 10. There's so many damn good albums. But number 1 for solo albums for me is Paul McCartney's Ram. It is a masterpiece in every single way. The production, the vocals, the music, and the fact that it's mainly Paul playing most of the instruments, and of course Denny Sewell on drums, if that's how you pronounce his last name. And of course Linda McCartney is really good on it too, with her backing vocals, which really adds to Ram. And Back Seat of My Car, I think, is one of the greatest closing numbers of any album. So number 1 for me is Ram. And so that's my list. I'd be very interested in what are your favorite Beatles solo albums in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye. Say bye, Jinxie. Forget it.